Good morning, everyone. Jim Laird joining you live here from Grand Pacifica from my balcony overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's a beautiful day here. It's like living in Florida. There wasn't very many days that were pretty awesome. But yeah, what can I say? It's awesome. Beautiful, 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 beautiful morning this morning. Yesterday, we had a really great day. I think I might just start trying to do these lives at 9:30 because for whatever reason, I guess, 9:30 Eastern. For whatever reason, the internet doesn't like working here like early in the morning. I don't know why, but oh well, it is what it is. I'll take the beach over that any day. We had a great day yesterday. Incredible lesson on wellness, in our wellness secrets package, the fundamentals of wellness. We had over 200 people sign up for that, and I think that's our biggest one of yet. And it was very, very good. It was excellent. A lot of people were chatting in the chat with each other. It was wonderful. If you want to get in on those, if you missed that, that's unfortunate, but you can get into the next one, which is next Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Just go down in the description, click on, or just go to stillmanwellness.com and opt into the email list, and you will get an email with a link to register for that webinar. We usually send them out on Monday and Wednesdays, and then you can register for that. Get in on that. You can watch the replay if you miss it. It's really good. And then, of course, you can join the Fundamentals of Wellness coaching course. We have a few spots left on that. Where all the wellness secrets, there's going to be like 50 of them. It's an incredibly great value. We're going to be closing the Fundamentals of Wellness with coaching down because we just don't want to get too many people in it. So you want to jump on that as fast as you can. So Dr. Stillman this afternoon has a webinar on heavy metals and mental health that he's doing with Clark Engelbert, and he's going to be announcing the HTMA course after that. So you're going to want to be around for that, especially if you're interested in getting into the HTMA course with coaching. You definitely want to get into that. So today's topic, the curse of modern life. And first of all, I'm going to say modern life has a lot of great advantages. The average human today lives a better life than the kings of old. But that comes with a price. And I'm not saying you have to live like the Amish. Lord knows I'm not willing to do that unless I'm forced to. But there are consequences to living an indoor life where you don't do really anything. You don't work. You don't have to do manual labor. Most of your work's on the computer. I know I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in that case, but I do manual labor on purpose. I work out. That's essentially why gyms are so popular, because we replaced, manual labor with a gym, right? So there's coming a time they're basically taking you and moving you more and more indoors and want to put you into a smaller and smaller space. The powers that be call you a useless eater, a useless human, because technology and machines are going to basically replace you. So you're going to have to make a conscious choice if you want to go along with that or not. And I personally do not. It's one of the reasons I'm in Nicaragua. They're way behind on the technology side of things. Most of the people here still cook their food either with gas or in a clay oven. Most people here don't have air conditioning. Most people here have one light bulb. Some of them have internet. About half of them have a cell phone. It's like 2G here, maybe 3G. It's simple. Most people here still work manually for their money. Okay. So my goal is to live the best of both worlds. My goal is to have one foot in modern life as far as being able to work virtually and being able to live wherever I want. And the other is to make sure that I'm doing enough manual labor and I'm getting enough time outside that I reap the benefits that our ancestors did of living a more simple life, more in touch with nature. And one of the ways I do that is by doing, my podcast out here on my balcony, right? As opposed to being inside doing it. I do all my consult calls outside. I spend 90% of my day outdoors. If I'm in my kitchen downstairs, the window's open, fresh air, sunshine. I get as much morning and evening light as I can. And then I get probably half an hour to 45 minutes of UV a day in the afternoon. So I live a very active life. I just got a dirt bike / dual sport. So I'm going to be doing a lot more. I have my Pathfinder too, but that was just eating gas up like nobody's business. So really it's great for running errands, going to the grocery store, things like that. But as far as getting around here, it's just too much of a gas hog to do that. So I've got a bike now, and the dual sport, especially if you're riding on the beach or going off road or going on dirt trails, you got to stand up on the pegs. You're moving around a lot. It's a little bit of a not a smooth ride like I'm used to, but it's very, very physically, you have to be physically active to ride one of those bikes. So that's going to help a lot too. So, you're going to have to make choices, like simple things like I'm going to mow my own grass. I'm going to take a couple hours a week. I'm going to mow my own grass if you can. I'm going to have a garden. I'm going to have a garden. I'm going to do some manual labor. I'm going to work out consistently. I'm going to walk every day. I'm going to eat food from a local farmer. These are all things you can do to combat modern life, so you just don't sit at home and order from Uber Eats all day and never leave your house. That was one of the things we talked about in the mold lesson yesterday. I mean, most people, the modern house is so like locked in and like sealed that you don't get fresh air. And then you've got all the crap, from the sheets and from, all the furniture, like all the chemicals that come with that. Plus, you get things like mold because the air doesn't come in and dry things out. You don't get sunlight in your house. So opening your windows, getting fresh air. Obviously, if you live in a big city where the air quality isn't very good, that's a little bit of a challenge. But most places in the United States have really good air quality. Definitely here in Nicaragua, the air off the Pacific Ocean is incredible. So there are things you can choose in your everyday life. I honestly think the number one thing that why most people are struggling today is just a lack of sunlight. We've been sold this line of BS that the sun is bad for you. Obviously you don't want to go out and bake at 2:00 in the afternoon, but you want to get, there's a reason why we produce vitamin D through sun exposure. That's what we're designed to do. And so you need to get a tan, you need to build a soil callus. Skin cancer has skyrocketed since people have basically lived a more indoor life. And the morning and the evening sun is incredibly healthy for your skin. It offsets a lot of the stress from the UV exposure in the afternoon, which is what you need. So you need lots of morning and evening light. It affects every aspect of your health, your mental health, your gut microbiome, you name it. You go type circadian rhythm and cancer, you're going to see most of these cancers are linked to a broken circadian clock. So do everything you can to live as close to nature as you can, but still enjoying, and we poo-poo on modern medicine a lot, but I'll tell you what, if you're in a car accident or you get like a chronic infection or something like that, like a trauma, something that would have taken somebody out like 100 years ago, modern medicine's amazing for that. But as far as like making you live a long, hardy life where you're active, most people that live to a ripe old age today can barely function. Whereas if you go back a couple 100 years ago, the 80, 90-year-old people, just like this guy that was 105 in Costa Rica, he's still riding horses and herding animals all day, right? And there's this lady that was 110 and she was cutting wood with an axe every day. So most of the people in America in senior living facilities are not like that at all. And so we need some stress in our life. We need a different kind of stress. So we need more manual labor and less chronic emotional and psychological stress. So there's a few thoughts for you today. Make sure this afternoon you're around for that webinar. The link is below. If you click on it, you can set a reminder, or if you're watching this after the fact, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can click the link in Dr. Stillman's webinar. If it's past today's Friday, the 2nd, if it's past that, you'll be able to watch it. And then, of course, if you don't get in on the coaching course with the HTMA, you can always buy the course itself. And the course itself will basically allow you to get in on the information. And then when we open the coaching course up again, you'll get notified first. And then we will discount the price of the course off the coaching program. And of course, the HTMA, there's a level 2, and there's going to be other programs we're adding in as we get more people in the funnel, because people just love this stuff. It's a great test. It's a good way to kind of see where people are at as far as their minerals and their heavy metals. And Clark and Dr. Stillman will get into that. And then, of course, get on our email list, so you can get on these weekly classes. And if you want to get on the Fundamentals Wellness coaching course, we got a few left, and we're actually working on building a course. We have the Fundamentals Wellness course right now that you can buy after the coaching program sells out, but it doesn't have the wellness secrets attached to it. So I'm working on setting that up so you can opt into that and you can get in on that. So have yourself a great day. Make sure you get outside, no matter where you are, what the weather is, get outside, enjoy nature, make time for silence, and enjoy modern life, but also get enough of simplicity and nature that it keeps you balanced. So take care. We'll see you next week.